Greetings, I'm James Steele IV, and you're watching the Small Business Tell a Vision channel, which is broadcast exclusively on Space Central TV. We profile local area companies with domestic and international marketing reach who have amazing stories to tell. We delve into the history of a business and its founders. We showcase their products and services, and we discuss the trials and tribulations which helped make them great. On this channel, we present a variety of shows, including this one called Inside Biz, which is all about getting you the inside scoop on businesses in your area. We host a variety of interviews, mini documentaries, podcasts, and commentaries featuring Calgary-based companies, some of which you may already know, and many that you probably don't. We delve into the nitty-gritty through interviews with owners, CEOs, staff, customers, and even their competitors to find out what they offer and what makes the business tick. You will learn from the very stakeholders who help drive its success in today's highly competitive business landscape. If you enjoy learning more about what's new in business in the Calgary area, then this show is made just for you. We thank you for watching. Now, let's find out more about today's featured guest. Today, we are excited to bring you our very first episode of the Inside Biz series, in which to welcome our special guest, Cecilia Jeje of Calgary-based BCINC Canada. Cecilia, welcome to the show.
Thank you, James. Pleased to be here, and thank you so much for featuring us on your very first episode.
It's our pleasure, Cecilia. Glad to have you aboard for this history-making moment. Just before we get into our questions, let's play this quick introduction about today's special guest.
Our guest today on Inside Biz is Cecilia Jeje, who is the owner and CEO of BCINC Canada and works as a business process improvement specialist right here in Calgary. Cecilia holds a PhD in environmental science and is lead auditor certified for ISO 9001 Quality Management Systems, ISO 14001 Environmental Management Systems, and ISO 45001 Occupational Health and Safety Management Systems. She is also CSTS certified, a member of the American Society for Quality, a Lean Six Sigma Yellow Belt, and holds a certificate in business management. Cecilia's very impressive 30 years of professional experience started in manufacturing and included general trades, construction renovations, engineering, geomatics, not-for-profit organizations, and small family-owned businesses. She then moved on to a career in oil and gas. Cecilia brings a unique and holistic perspective to problem solving based on her extensive operational background in regulatory, quality, environmental, and safety management. She provides solutions for businesses in operational crises mode, struggling with inefficiencies and little to no growth as they lose customers and as their employees scream for help. BCINC offers a lifeline in the sea of business chaos, creating order from disorder. Cecilia currently consults to micro, small, and medium-sized businesses as a business process improvement specialist in the areas of systems efficiency, productivity, process optimization, operational audits, and so much more. Throughout her career, she has established a strong track record of improving bottom lines with personalized process improvement solutions. Now, let's delve into Cecilia's operational secrets for businesses today.
Well, Cecilia, that's quite the extensive background you have, and very impressive at that. Now, there's several industry buzzwords in that profile, and before the show, you shared with me some frequently asked questions that many people have about your company, which we'll be discussing today. Isn't that right?
Yes, James, that's quite correct. Many business owners and executives constantly ask us several questions about process improvement work, which they find confusing. Since many owners truly do not appreciate the tangible value they can reap from getting such BPI work done, they usually fall back to several common myths that they have heard. But before we proceed, I'd like to offer a bit of background, if you don't mind. The processes in your organization should exist to create value in your day-to-day activities and improve the customer experience. You should not simply adopt process improvement as a fire extinguisher approach when you experience a major constraint in operations. It should also not be a one-time exercise. So why not, you may ask? Well, by improving your processes to convert the following: all non-value adding, risk promoting, error creating, and non-compliant activities into those activities that will help increase profit margins, we can essentially cut out the fluff. Let's now take a look at several myths and the real facts. We will discuss 7 of these strange myths usually presented as reasons for pushback against process improvement work until a crisis actually erupts.
Thank you, Cecilia, for that excellent preamble. To start us off, let's take a look at the first myth. We have processes in place that have served us well for several years, so why rock the boat? How do you handle that objection?
So, this is probably the most interesting reason given by business owners, especially those in the trades. Do you have this erroneous belief? This myth is precisely why you need process improvements. Of course, you can decide to mimic the attitude of an ostrich with its head stuck down in the sand and continue to operate business as usual. But keep in mind, there will be a negative cost to your business if you choose to do so. Is your business truly efficient? Could you be getting better results or even more revenue? Is your customer experience something you're proud of, or is it just tolerable? Note this: only savvy business owners know that change is the oil in the wheel of improvement.
That's a great answer, Cecilia. Let's talk about the second myth. Process improvements will not allow us to be flexible in execution. How would you respond?
So, what do most owners and employees understand by the phrase being flexible? To them, it means making changes when they deem necessary or in a willy-nilly manner. Unfortunately, this is the cog in the wheel of growth that a process improvement will help you remove. Truth be told, a process improvement will not allow you to do that without what we call a change process. Why? It informs and ensures that people and departments that use that process provide input into the suggested improvement of that process. It is only well-defined processes that can help drive accomplishment of the business objectives. If you do not work in a department where process is key to efficient operations, or you are the business owner, it's very easy for you to view processes in a negative light. One way is to see them as a series of roadblocks that slow down your day-to-day work. Plus, you like to see many processes as being in your head because you're smart. That's a bad idea. That is where you need standard operating procedures, and BCINC can help you with both.
I'm starting to see where you're going with this, Cecilia. What about myth number 3? There's only one way to improve a process. Please comment on that common myth, if you would.
It may sometimes appear that there's only one way to improve a process, but this is not true. Some industry professionals have a preferred method of process improvement that they promote over others. However, the reality is that most process improvement methods use the same collection of tools and techniques. They just use different names. There is no cookie-cutter method that you need to follow to make it successful. Typically, the method that you use in your business will depend on the type of process you wish to improve. BCINC works with you to create a custom solution for your business with systems and processes.
Wow, that's fantastic, Cecilia. I'm starting to understand a little bit more about your business. And that brings us to myth number 4, and it's our longest one yet. I've heard that process improvement is popular in the manufacturing and factory sectors and is associated with big names such as Toyota, so it is probably only relevant to those sectors. After all, I'm just a solopreneur Or I'm a small business with just 1 to 2 employees, so I don't think it's necessary to invest time in BPI right now since we're usually too busy. How would you handle those objections?
While the principles of BPI were developed in the trenches of manufacturing where precision is required, see where it has taken them in efficiency and revenue. You don't need to have an assembly line operation for your business to benefit from process improvements. BPI will increase your efficiency, allowing your business to run like clockwork with or without the physical presence of you, the business owner. Furthermore, it creates consistency in the work being done by your employees so that there are fewer errors. This boils down to cost savings. Furthermore, you may not need to focus on all your business processes, as what we do is typically focus on your critical core processes for improvement. Most industries have what we refer to as best management practices, regulatory standards, procedures, certifications, and other requirements. These are core to operations and are monitored by government or other agencies, so your systems and processes will need to be compliant with them.
Wow, that was a big answer to a big question. Let's talk about myth number 5. Improving your processes is a one-time exercise, sort of like a set it and forget it. How would you address that misconception, Cecilia?
Okay, let's use this scenario of developing a business plan to address this myth. Hopefully you have one. Your business plan, whichever type it is meant to be your GPS to success, if done right. So, wonderful. Now you have one. What do you then do with it? Unfortunately, most business owners, at least 95% from my personal experience, view their business plan when completed as a done and dusted exercise. They just place the business plan on the bookshelf and never look at it again, sometimes for years. Is it any wonder that many are struggling without a clear way forward? Part of the problem could be that they commissioned a consultant to help them prepare a cookie-cutter business plan, to which they only had minimal input. Many service providers also fail to tell business owners that the business plan must be reviewed annually. So why must the business owner do this, you ask? Short answer. This is the premise for growth, from which you develop your annual and 90-day goal plans. How can you improve if you don't have a baseline for comparison year over year? For this scenario, BCINC's approach is to get down with you into the trenches to create a business plan that is actually custom built for you. At the end of each year, we also help you evaluate and analyze performance with an internal audit and provide you with recommendations.
Cecilia, that was another fantastic answer. Now we're down to the last couple of myths, so let's look at myth number 6. Process improvement is a slow process, time-consuming and expensive. What would you say about that one, Cecilia?
So to bring any change to a business requires both resources of time and money. This means that the longer the timeline for your improvement project, the more resources you'll need to channel into it. It is when the business owner fails to make timely decisions to keep their employees focused and engaged on the improvement that timelines can slip and drag out.
All right, we've reached the last myth on our list today, and that is myth number 7. Process mapping is the same as process improvement. Could you perhaps differentiate that for us, Cecilia?
You probably also have an erroneous belief that creating a process map of your ideal or future business state is the same as process improvement. This is a myth. Processes mapping requires that you first assess your current business state to identify and fix bottlenecks prior to creating your future state while incorporating quality control checks. So as you can see, process mapping is simply a tool that helps you improve a process and shines the headlights on those areas that require fixing.
Cecilia, I want to thank you for appearing on our very first episode of Inside Biz. You have provided our viewers with a tremendous overview of your business, and we look forward to your next few appearances as you take a more focused approach and dive more deeply into each of your various services.
Thank you so much, James, for the opportunity to help your viewers learn more about BCINC Canada. And I do hope they will tune into the next few episodes as we take a deep dive into several specific areas, one show at a time.
Our special guest has been Cecilia Jeje of Calgary-based BCINC Canada. Please check back soon to watch those future episodes that we plan to release over the coming weeks. This has been James Steele IV, your host of Inside Biz on the Small Business Tell-A-Vision channel on Space Central Television. See you next time, and please remember to share this video to help our guests promote their business on our 24/7 video on demand network. Take care.
Hello, my name is Cecilia, CEO of BCINC Canada, your go-to business process improvement consultant, dedicated to transforming your small and mid-sized businesses into a well-oiled machine. Whether you're in the trades, construction, renovations, or manufacturing, I've got you covered with my knack for streamlining systems and processes, no matter the industry you're in. Picture this: you're knee-deep in projects, documents are laying everywhere, deadlines are looming, and chaos is reigning supreme. That's where I step in, armed with my toolbox of expertise. I'm not just about quick fixes, but all about sustainable solutions that are tailored to your unique needs. First things first, I roll up my sleeves to understand your business inside out. I'm not there to dictate, but to collaborate and guide you. With my keen eye for detail, I uncover bottlenecks, inefficiencies, and missed opportunities that are lurking in the shadows. Now, do not worry if the mere mention of process improvement sends shivers down your spine. I speak your language, translating complex jargon into plain English. I'm like your business whisperer, guiding you through each step with patience and clarity. Together, we'll draw a roadmap to success, identifying areas that are ripe for optimization. Maybe it is showing you how to better manage your time, organizing your documents, developing a business plan, revamping your supply chain, fine-tuning project management workflows, or automating mundane tasks to free up valuable time. I have you covered. But here's the magic. I don't just leave you with a plan, but I roll up my sleeves and dive into the trenches alongside you. I am not afraid to get my hands dirty, implementing changes with finesse and precision. The results? Prepare to be amazed. With my guidance, your business becomes leaner, meaner, and more profitable. Say goodbye to chaos and hello to smooth sailing. You and your team will operate like a well-oiled machine, productivity soaring and stress levels plummeting. So, if you are ready to take your business to the next level, I am your secret weapon. Together, we will turn your business dreams into reality, one optimized process at a time.